Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. I'm excited about our guest, Naomi Moraa. She's an award winning climate activist, educator, researcher, and also co founder of an organization, Miziziyetu, an initiative that uses storytelling and indigenous knowledge for climate action. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much also for having me here. It's a privilege and I'm really grateful.
Okay, so starting from your personal journey, you wear so many impressive hats. Could you start by telling us what first sparked your passion for environmentalism and how your work in education, activism, and storytelling came together?
Yeah, sure. So Miziziyetu, basically it is for sustainability environment. I started that organization together with my friend out of the experience that it was from an experience of a community cleanup where I witnessed people having that enthusiasm of doing something, but they lack the background knowledge of doing things. This was simply because we attended a certain community cleanup and people are planting trees, but only to find out with my friend Joy that they were using the wrong trees at that particular area. So with the time, due to climatic changes in Kisumu County, you find that the tree won't grow well. So I felt like people have that enthusiasm of doing something, but they lack the background knowledge of on how to do things. That's why we decided to come up with that organization where we can educate people, we create awareness so that people could know the right things to do. However much they want to do something, they know exactly what they need for them to thrive.
Now, I have a question with your local challenges and solutions. Your work is deeply rooted in Kisumu, Kenya. So, what are the most pressing climate challenges your community is facing, and how does your organization combine indigenous knowledge and science to address them?
Yeah, thank you. So the most challenges that you're facing in Kisumu County, it is unpredictable rainfall patterns where it leads to flood and waterlogged areas, which cause more of damages in places like Sondu, where they usually plant rice. And in Kisumu County, I'm privileged to be in Lake Victoria. If you've ever heard of Lake Victoria, we have Lake Victoria in Kisumu County, and we have fish farmers there. So you feel like due to this unfavorable rainfall patterns, due to flood, there is more of destruction that is affecting people. So as Miziziyetu, we empower women on what to do. We encourage them to plant bamboo trees. We all know that bamboo trees, they have extensive roots that can be able to hold that water. And from the bamboo trees, you can also make money, where you can able to make chairs from those bamboo sticks to sell to different hotels in form of decoration. So it is a way of taking care of climate, and also it's a way of generating income. So that are some of the challenges you're facing in Kisumu County and favorable rainfall patterns. And also to point, we have different methods of fishing in the Lake Victoria, where you find that as a researcher, there were many deaths of fish in the Lake Victoria compared to other counties in Kenya. So during my research, I was doing a research by Aquadevas project also, and we came to find out that the fishermen and the fisherwomen, people who are in Lake Victoria, they don't follow some procedures that they have been given by Kenya Marine Fisheries. So you find there is more dead of fish in the lake because of overfeeding. And due to overfeeding, we have this issue of eutrophication, whereby excess nutrients can lead to more growth of algae in the lake, and it deprives the fish oxygen, and therefore there is death of many fishes. So out of that research, we were able to come up with different reports where we tell the farmers the importance of not overfeeding and underfeeding the fish, so as to avoid issues such as eutrophication in the lake, for us to have a sustainable environment. Yeah. So Miziziyetu, due to all those challenges, we always create some webinars where we talk to people, farmers, and different organizations. It is like an intergenerational dialogue where people know what is required, they gain the knowledge. As I stated earlier, people have that enthusiasm of doing things, but they lack the background knowledge on how to do things.
So inspiring to hear the situation of your city and impact your organization is creating. So you wear so many impressive hats. So if I ask you as a teacher and as an activist, how do you inspire young people, including those who may not be very interested in environment? So there are young people who, in this situation, that are not in interested in environment. So to become the next generation of climate activists.
Yeah, thank you. As a teacher, actually they usually say teaching is a calling. Teaching is a calling because you'll get offended people and you have to handle them in a good way in which they will understand you. So for me to win the Voice of Influence award, it's because my work was seen by different people, not only in Kisumu County, the way I used my voice to impact knowledge in people. And through that voice of influence, like my slogan has ever been that I will use my voice not only to make bad things, not only to make people feel demoralized, but to bring change in my community. So through my knowledge as a teacher, as a researcher, I decided to do some researches. I train people on what to do, what is required, so that they can know what to do. And also as a teacher, I've been able to work with my students. So because they usually say teach them while they're still young so that they can grow up with that knowledge, because you can't tell me that I'm used to eating something and then all of a sudden you're telling me no, stop eating this. So if that child starts disposing the plastic everywhere when the child is still young, then in future you cannot change that mentality in that child. So it's right to train our children while they are still young, to have that knowledge, to know more about climate action, which I'm really grateful that at the moment, people are very serious with the climate issues and they're able to train them. There are some topics in our syllabus, the curriculum, whereby the children know now what we mean by agroforestry, what we do mean by farming, and all those things. Because if we teach them while they're still young, the message is still prone and new in their mind, and therefore we can be able to have a sustainable future together. So we should just teach our students while they're still young for them to be like us and your team.
Yeah, it's so inspiring to hear your way of teaching and creating impact in young generation. So if I ask you, like, for global relevance for listeners beyond Kenya, such as in Pakistan, what advice would you give for starting a community rooted climate movement, and how can activists everywhere, like in Kenya, through Pakistan, and like far west, everywhere, use local stories to make climate action and feel urgent and relevant?
Well, thank you. So personally, I always believe in real life situations. If I see flood somewhere destroying things, when we come to talk about soil degradation and all those things, when we do those real life examples, we show people out there what's going on. It will be very evident to them that, oh, if I do this, it will create some harm, it will be very wrong, and it may lead to very from damages. So I believe in real life examples. Like, let people see that as youth, as all the leaders, when we do our researches, because we have a lot of people who don't have knowledge. They don't know what's going on earth. They usually add in televisions that, oh, a certain place is undergoing this and this. But now the moment you show them, the moment it's outside there, they know it's not right and this is what you are supposed to be doing. Yeah, so I believe in life examples.
Okay, climate change or climate disasters are seen as a much more Western concept than like for a local or national disasters. So, how do you frame it as a local issue of survival and identity in Kenya?
Yeah, thank you. So I feel like when it comes to climate issues, it is a local community problem. However much it is global, it is a local community, because whatever I'm facing in my community or my country is not what you're facing at your country. A good example, we have different type of soil. We have different type of soil that enables different germination of crop. The same way in Pakistan, maybe the type of soil that is suitable for those plants is not suitable for my case here in Kenya. So I believe that climate action is a local issue, and all when we want to come up with ideas, we should involve the community-led organization. Which, if, however much you get the knowledge, we shall go to the grassroots level. We speak to those people in the community. We find what is the challenges. We do mapping. We know okay, what is going wrong, what is not working, what can we implement. So the climate action, it is a local solution, and this is where a lot of organizations usually go wrong, because we go out there, we go to different corps, you gain the knowledge, but at the end of the day, you will just do some community cleanups. Maybe you've gotten some grants, and then we'll keep on complaining, like, okay, I've been cleaning up this river, but it's still dirty. Now, the big question is, did you sensitize the community? Sensitization is very important. Let people see the essence of that thing. Let people see the reason why we want to clean this river. So that's why I'm saying we need that collaboration, and climate action is a local led solution. It is a local community problem. However much it is a global issue, but our people are the only people who knows what the issue is.
Indeed, climate change is a local issue rather than much more than a global. Yeah, it is a global issue, but the local led solutions or local led initiatives has much more impact than a global one, as you mentioned, the COP and much bigger conferences and like that. So my final question to you is: what is one piece of hope or advice you will give to a young leader or a young climate activist around the world and who want to make a difference?
Yeah, I will tell anybody who wants to start a community led up initiative that can lead to climate change. So that I will tell the person that you should always start. Don't wait to start. Try as much as possible. Try to win and not to fail, but not fail. I know it's weird, but try as much as possible for you to win. Never lose hope. It's for you. Okay, we all start from scratch for us to be wherever we are. Sometimes you might face challenges, more so when it comes to climate issues. Sometimes you feel like this is not right. You want to do something, but you don't have that money and you feel like quitting. So, quitting is not a solution. And as youth, we should leverage our social network platforms, come up with different ideas, see how people are working, how people are doing their things for us to excel. So, anybody out there who wants to start something, this is my urge, just start. Don't listen to anyone, no matter how hard it is, no matter the challenges you're facing, at the end of the day, we'll all be there.
Yeah, it's so motivational and so inspiring to hear the advice. So the our next round is a rapid fire round. So in this round, there are very short statement. I will throw to you, and you just have to say anything in your mind that's come up. So first statement is which plant based describe your leadership style? A deep rooted tree or a fast growing one?
I'll go for a deep rooted tree because it symbolizes solid foundation and stability.
Okay, so what is one thing you are unlearning about traditional environmentalism?
That environmentalism is not all about planting trees. I know it's a quick fire question, but I will have to explain this.
Sure. You have the floor, ma'am.
Yeah, here in Kenya, you will find a lot of people think that when it comes to climate change, it's all about planting trees, it's all about cleanups, and they don't know there is a lot when it comes to. Okay, there are people who know, but a good number, they think it's all about planting trees. That's what I'm unlearning, that people can do smart agriculture, people can they can embrace grafting where you get different types of fruits and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, planting trees, sure, a very traditional practice. In Pakistan, we observe like if you have to show you are doing something for environment, you have to plant trees. So yeah,
I know.
it's very traditional. I can relate to that. You have to complete this sentence and just starting it, and you have to finish it. The future of climate action is
Or the future climate issue is a complex issue for us to bring collaboration.
okay. If you had to describe your mission in just 3 words, what would they be?
Uh, to impact and to empower.
Okay, so what is a green habit you are really good at and one you're trying to be master other than planting trees?
Yeah, it's to the smart agriculture, that is something that I've been embracing even in my school. My students are planting trees, food trees, so that you can also fight food hunger. That's what I'm doing rather than just planting trees. I'm looking at it in form of a smart agriculture.
Sure, planting tree have their own benefit, advantage, and impact is as well. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you so much for joining us, and this is a very rich conversation. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, your work, and your passion for the country, the community, and for globe as well. And anything in the last you want to say about anyone who is listening this conversation?
Yeah, to anybody listening to this conversation out there, let us unite, because when it comes to climate action, it's not only one thing, it's not an individual thing, it's not an organization thing that is dealing with climate action. It is all of us here in this one planet. Let's make our planet to be greener for us to enjoy the fruits in our land. And we should always keep pushing until we reach where we want.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And to our listener from my side, remember, climate action begins with local stories, local solution, in each of us playing our part. So that's all. Until next time, stay inspired and stay engaged. Allah Hafiz.